Hey everybody, it's May, or it will be by the time you're watching this. I'm in Seattle right now, and it's raining, which is probably the noise you can hear, and Blue Jay is in the other room recording a show, so if you hear her, that's what that sound is. And we can all just pretend that badly produced video equals intimate. We can do that? Okay, let's do that. So we're catching up on what happened in April and some stuff that's going on in May. April was a really big month, obviously, because we did the thing that I wanted to do so badly back at the end of March, and that's launch Far Verona. So the new roleplay show is starting May 9th. We have our first episode, but we've really kind of started already. We did a bunch of pre-show stuff, and we put together the Discord, and I'm not going to go into all the details about that. There's a different video in the Stars Without Number Far Verona playlist on the channel that you can watch to check that out. We're building a whole universe together, and I'm so glad that there are now, I can say this, thousands of people who are building that universe with me. It's neat to see an experiment pop off like that. I'm really happy about how that's going. So Far Verona is the first big thing that kind of is going on. In April, I went to PAX, which was fun. It was like every PAX, basically. Like, all the conventions kind of are the same now, to the point where they sort of blur together. I forget what city I'm in. There were lots of times where it was like, wait, the thing I'm thinking of, the landmark or the booth I want to go to or whatever, that was at PAX Unplugged. This is a different Penny Arcade. It's a bit like growing up at your parents' house and then moving away and then coming home and they moved all your stuff around, but it's still the same stuff. So, a little disorienting, but I had fun at PAX. It was good. We did the Power Word Rock panel, and by we, I mean Luke Crane and Dro and myself. And it was super fun because I love heavy metal. Also, you know this about me. So we did this panel examining the connection between fantasy RPGs and heavy metal music. Ostensibly, there were no VODs because the thing was rife with copyright violations, but we managed to sneak it in on my Twitch channel. So if you're a Twitch subscriber, you can watch the Power Word Rock VOD. There's in the highlights on my Twitch channel. YouTube rejected it outright. YouTube had an aneurysm and would not allow me to upload it. But if you want to check it out, you might be able to sneak over there and see it. That's a panel I'm really proud of. We did some cool stuff. I mean, I did nothing cool. I just made dumb jokes. But Dro and Luke did a ton of research, and it was very cool. So we did that at PAX, and then Far Verona has eaten up most of my April. I've been trying to take advantage of the nice weather and get out and take photos. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen that. And video game-wise, we played a bunch of God of War, which I'm really enjoying. We played Pyre, which you can watch the playthrough and see how I felt, but I didn't like the game as much. I'm getting kind of tired of playing these like small studio games that are just like not super well designed as games. They're aesthetically beautiful, but I feel like I'm having the same feedback over and over where I'm like, it looks nice, the soundtrack is great, but the game is bad. So I don't know. Compare and contrast. We're playing a AAA title like God of War, which is obviously a massive undertaking, but they tend to be the inverse, where the gameplay is quite polished, but the story isn't great. But God of War is proving to be pretty cool. We're going to finish that in May. Other stuff that's happening in May, we're going to be doing, obviously, the first few episodes of the show. We're going to continue on with Court of Swords. I'm going to be playing Battletech, I think, when we finish with God of War. But then there's also Pillars of Eternity coming out, which I want to play as well. Pillars of Eternity 2, which I guess has pirates in it. I've also got a couple of potential sort of sponsored gigs coming up, which I feel sort of weird about, because getting paid to make content is my job, but getting paid to make specific content, I guess it kind of has been, right? I guess that's what Roll20 Presents is, right? We're making Roll20 highlighted content. So yeah, we're doing some sponsored content on the channel. I've got a couple of different people that I'm talking to, and yeah, hopefully that'll be good. I mean, I don't want to make anything that is bad or feels too like commercial, which feels bad to me. So I will avoid doing that. And obviously I'll tell you when I'm getting paid by a company to make videos about their stuff. Other stuff that's happening in May, we are playing some games. I'd like to try to do some RPG review content Though God knows I don't have time to like add new stuff to my schedule, what with everything I'm doing. But there's this big pile of role playing games that I want to like read and talk about on the internet, but I just don't like. God, it takes a long time to read an RPG book. The last book I read cover to cover, RPG wise, was Coriolis, and that took me like a full month to get through because I just can't read that quickly. I just don't have that much time. So yeah, that's something I'd like to do, but we'll see. I've got a pile that keeps growing of books I got to get through. One thing I am doing, role playing game related, that isn't GMing or playing in a game, is if you watch that interview that I did with Daniel from Zweihander, I really enjoyed that. He liked it. You liked it. I mean, you watched it at least. I don't know. Maybe you watched it and you hated it. But we're gonna do that again, but not with Daniel. I have convinced, asked, cajoled, pleaded with Kevin Crawford, writer of such games as Stars Without Number, to come on the channel and hang out and talk to me a little bit about the game and about his design process. And I am super excited. This was the number one person everybody asked for. After I did the interview with Daniel, they were like, get Kevin Crawford on here. So he said, yes, we're just going to schedule it. That'll happen in May. So I'm excited. That's going to be great. So that'll be a highlight. Obviously, the new roleplay show starts in May. It's going to be busy stuff. I don't have any travel going on, so just the usual shows, the usual times, playing video games, doing the whole thing. Stick around for that. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we will see you next time. What? Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
Ruined. You're ruining my video.
I'm making it better.
No.
Yeah.
Go. Get out of here.